Hey everyone! Today I'm revisiting a recipe that I made a video about last year. Baked meat sandwiches. I was thinking about that particular recipe the other day and I thought with a little bit of tweaking this could make a great breakfast meal prep. So I'm taking the baked meat sandwich recipe and turning it into baked sausage biscuits. Here's how I made them. The original recipe calls for a pound of either ground pork or ground beef. I'm swapping in a pound of mild breakfast sausage to make this a little bit more breakfast appropriate. I just crumbled it up into a large skillet. Next, I added 1 tablespoon of dehydrated onion. You can use fresh onion for this as well. I just prefer not to have large chunks of onion. It's a me thing. If you like fresh onion, go ahead and use it. You can also use onion powder, or you can leave it out altogether. It's really up to you. Once the sausage was browned and cooked all the way through, I removed it from the heat and I just drained some of the fat away. Once I'd removed the fat, I returned the sausage back to the pan and added 1 lightly beaten egg. Next, I added 1/2 of a cup of grated Swiss cheese, and I just stirred that together to combine. And the final ingredient, a few dashes of Frank's Red Hot. The original recipe had some other seasonings in it. It had some salt, it had some parsley. The breakfast sausage I'm using is pretty well seasoned on its own, so I left those ingredients out. Once I stirred everything together, my filling was complete and it was time to move on to the biscuits. Ah yes, it's time for our old friend Bisquick. So all you have to do is just make 1 batch of biscuits using the instructions on the back of the box. There is 1 additional ingredient that you add to the biscuit dough, and that is 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I just stirred everything together until I had a nice, soft, squishy dough. Now it's time to layer everything together, so I grabbed an 8-inch by 8-inch pan and greased that really well with some shortening and added about half of my biscuit dough to the bottom of the pan. The dough was a little bit sticky, so I did have to dust my hands with some additional Bisquick, but we got it done. Here it is. Next, I added the sausage filling to the pan, and I just spread that out evenly over the biscuit dough. I decided to add an extra layer of cheese to my sandwiches. I used Swiss. You can use whatever you like. It took 4 slices to cover the top of the sausage. You could also use shredded cheese if you had it on hand. This is just what I had in my fridge. Finally, it's time for the final layer of biscuit dough. I found that the easiest way to accomplish this was to add small blobs of dough on top of the cheese. And then once I was done adding the dough blobs, I just gently pressed everything together with my fingers. Again, you might need to add a little bit of Bisquick to your hands because this dough is just a little bit sticky. It's important to remember to seal the edges of your dough as well, so just press those up against your pan because you want to make sure your filling is sealed inside. You should end up with a nice even top layer like this. I baked this in a 400-degree oven for about 25 minutes. And here they are. Golden brown, delicious. They smell amazing. So once you have these baked and just cooled a little bit, you can wrap them up in plastic or foil. I have a couple of small reusable containers that would go well with these. See? Like that. Reusable zipper bags. Perfect for something like this. Like that. And when you're ready to have one for breakfast, all you have to do is take it out and put it in the microwave for a minute or 2. These are great for people who don't really enjoy eggs on their breakfast sandwiches. This is more like a sausage and cheese biscuit. I hope you give them a try. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red button below. I post new content every single week. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.